What's up, Fiend fam? Sorry, I can't imitate my husband's voice at all. Surprise! It's a bonus episode with me, Moto Pink Sensei. Okay, hello Fiend fam. So for reals this time, if you don't know who I am, I'm Kristen. I'm Derek's wife. And I am a new rider. Very new rider. And I am just, kind of having fun with this little thing. This is really my motorcycle. So I am, just kind of playing around with it. My biggest thing that I'm learning how to do right now is turning around, because I am not very good at it. So I've been kind of trying to stay on the bike and turning around and not falling off. That was much better. The street is not as wide, so I apologize if the scenery that you see while I'm riding up and down the street is the same, because I can't go anywhere else than this street without Derek around, because I only have a permit. And I probably should check these mirrors, because Derek was the last one to ride this, and he's got much wider shoulders than I do, so I need to stop and check the mirrors. But, and I don't go very fast either, but, I do have to stop and check these mirrors. I can't see anything. They're a little weird anyway. I forgot to check my mirrors.
Fix them.
This one's rough because I can't really see unless I move my arm. Okay. This one's much better. Kitty! This random kitty walking across the street. Run, kitty, run. I don't want you to get run over. Okay, here I go, turning around. Whee! I'm really working hard to not put my foot down as I'm riding and turning, because, I don't want to jam it on the ground. So I'm working hard on that. But I really only had this thing out like twice. And I think he's had it out like 4 times. Yeah. But, new rider. Learning how to ride. I'll try to make my big turn again, as long as there's no one coming. I'll try to stay on the bike this time. Whee! So, if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, Moto Pink Sensei on Instagram, let you know last year I did try to take the MSF course, and it was really bad because, I sucked at shifting, and I had a real hard time with it. So I ended up taking it twice. Tried to, at least. I never finished either one. Oop, there's a car behind me. I'm gonna pull over and let them go past me, because yeah. Oh, okay, they're gonna, when there's cars behind me, I feel like when I was a kid, I grew up on this street. When I was a kid, you're playing and there's people coming around the corner and you gotta yell car and get out of the way. That's what I feel like when I'm here. Alright. That was better. That was better, wasn't it? yeah, show off. I was trying to go around that car, but they decided to go before. Whatever. Me and my little bike just learning. So anyway, after I had my trouble with the attempts at my MSF course, I did sign up to do the 3-wheel course, and we were going to drive to Utica to do that, which from here in Rochester is about, I don't know, 3 hours. So we were set to do that over 4th of July weekend, and then Derek ended up having his accident. And he was like, no, we'll still go. Well, he hadn't had his surgery yet. And I was like, there is no way in hell we are driving to Utica for a weekend. You're still in a temporary cast, no surgery yet. No. I said, we'll do this again next year. So no more riding for me last year. And then when we saw a bunch of the YouTubers, I think we were watching Her Two Wheels and As the Magpie Flies, and there was someone else, I can't remember who it was, with this Honda Navi in California. We were watching them with this, and I was like, oh, I think I like that. And I was like, that would be the perfect bike for me to learn to ride on. So we started kind of looking around at some of the local Honda dealers in our area and said, you know what, let's see if we can find one. And, you know, when I called to a couple local ones, they said, oh yeah, they're coming in January. I said, perfect. And then we called back, they're like, oh yeah, the ship date's changed to like December of 2022. I was like, what? That's insane. And then we called back and they're like, oh yeah, it's January again. And I was like, okay. So we ended up putting a deposit down, and then we went down and paid for it. You know, this thing is like $1,800. It's perfect. Little automatic. It's perfect for me to learn to ride on. And then, you know, I can get some more practice eventually learning with a clutch. So as I'm learning on this bike and, you know, getting some practice in on this one, I can eventually learn on a clutch motorcycle, which, you know, we don't own right now, but, you know, I am planning this summer. I'm going to go to Ohio, and I saw on Her Two Wheels post about Faro Harley Davidson. They have a Women in Wheels event, so I am signed up for that end of July. So I'm pretty excited about that because, you know, Ohio's course is 4 days, New York's is only 2. So I am going to get to spend 4 days learning how to ride a motorcycle. The only downside to that is that when I come back from taking that course, I still will have to take the road test here in New York, which, you know, is not that big a deal. I can either take it on this bike or I can take it whenever, but at least I'll have the experience of taking it on, you know, taking the course at a little bit longer. And it's run by women. You know, and my experience with the MSF course here was less than stellar. You know, I felt like I was being rushed. You know, each little exercise they give you, you know, it's okay, you know, do this, you know, 4 or 5 times down the course, and, you know, then move on to the next one. And every time I did that, I was like, you know, I don't know if I'm super comfortable moving on to the next one, but God forbid you say, I'm not really comfortable moving on to the next one, because they immediately are like, okay, you're done. Go see the head instructor guy, and he'll, you know, get you moved out to, you know, whatever, you know, you know, just kind of pull you from the course. And, you know, that was not my intention. You know, I mean, like, that's not really fair to someone who's never really ridden before. I mean, my experience on motorcycles was, I rode on the back of a sport bike in my early 20s once. I've never actually driven one before this, and I'm like, this is my first time ever on a motorcycle. How can you expect me to really comprehend and learn a skill when I'm being taught it and expected to do it, I don't know, 4 or 5 times and then master it to move on to something else. Honestly, if the bike never had to move out of first gear, I was perfect. But anything beyond that, I was like, nah, not happening. So yeah, that's my fun with the MSF course. So we're gonna try it again and see what happens. If it doesn't work, then I'll just stick with the automatic motorcycles, and I'm totally fine with that. But in the meantime, I'm just tooling around and learning how to ride on this. Hey, that's my thoughts. So today was a big day for me. It was a long day, stressful day. Some of you know I'm in nursing school. Nursing school is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my entire life. And, going to school in your late 40s is kind of stressful. And, let alone nursing school. It's super hard. But today was our final exam. And, Derek was, super awesome. And he took the day off and came out and hung out with me while I was taking my exam. Of course, we drove out to Batavia. That's where my school is. And while he was waiting for me, he, drove around and, of course, found a Harley-Davidson dealership out there. Kitty. And, 2 kitties. Oh, so many kitties out here. So and then we went to lunch with a friend of mine after class, after the exam, and, they make us wait forever for the exams, grades to come out in the final grades, and, I was stressing because I was, like, on the borderline of, passing and failing, and, because nursing school is crazy, hard, and, it's not easy, but I passed, and that was very exciting. So I thought, let's go for a ride. And Derek's like, okay, whatever. So he's kind of been hanging out, watching me at the end of the street there, and I'm just riding back and forth and back and forth. So again, I apologize for, the scenery being exactly the same back and forth while I'm riding, because, like I said, I can't go anywhere other than, I don't know, 50 or so feet. I think it's 50 feet, 100 feet away from him, because I only have a permit and he's the licensed motorcyclist. So I have to be, close by him, and he just kind of hangs out at the end of the street and lets me do my thing. So I have some fun. So I don't know, I guess that's my thoughts on today, and I'm having fun. It's easier when I'm already going. Whee! Hey, faster's fun. He said give it some more gas. So I am. Oh yeah. Whee! Ooh, 25 miles an hour. Whoa! Thanks for coming along with me on my first motovlog ride, and hopefully you'll see more of me on my husband's channel. It was fun, and hope to see you soon.